The D, man.
Yeah, shout out my nigga from D's Media, you feel me?
Yo, it's your boy D's Media back again with another video. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel on the road to 100K. Today we're going to talk about VONOFF1700 revealed that he signed to Sony Music for $7,200 and he only owned 3% of his masters. Let's jump straight into it.
Big events. No. Ain't nothing happened. I just signed. So, what? I was trying to tell people, bro, I'm still broke, bro. Bro, go read my deal, bro. I got one of the best deals, bro.
What is it?
I got to do 7 projects. I'm on my second one. $7,500 advance, $7,500 advance. I own 3% of my royalties. This is my first time speaking about it. 3%. They own 97. I got a good lawyer and everything. I'm turned. Get a lot of money, then they just think like, oh, they set for life. And now they owe it. Now they spend all their money, and now they don't got no money. And now their music going down. So now they owe their label money. Me, I only took $7,500.
No, that's hard.
I recouped off my first song.
Oh, that's hard.
As y'all clearly just heard, a lot of y'all gonna probably call Von crazy, call him a fool and all of that. But one thing that you gotta remember is when these artists is getting $1 million advance from the label, $2 million, that $2 million advance is gonna turn into at least between $4 to $8 million worth of debt. So by Von taking only $7,200, y'all heard what he said. He released his first song he released on Sony. He recouped. So meaning that is in every time he release music or release a project or whatever, he get paid instantly. He don't have to recoup or anything. He's not in the red or anything. The only thing that's a little bit questionable to me is if he signed for $7,200 and he get a $7,200 advance over 7 albums. Okay, so do the math. So you say 7,200 times 7, so that'll be roughly a little bit like 51,000, something like that. So he pretty much signed for like 51,000, because you got to think, 7,200 times, but that's the only part that was a little bit that was questionable to me, man. I just didn't understand, how if he signed for 7,200, why would he only own 3%? He should at least own at least 30 to 40% of his masters, If that's the case, you got people that signing for 300,000-400,000 and getting more than 3% of their masters, you know what I'm saying? But then you got some cases where people don't get none of their masters. So at the end of the day, I feel like Von can renegotiate his contract if he start putting out hits and his album actually sell. If he start putting out some platinum plaques or some gold plaques or a good platinum album or gold album, he can go back to the label and renegotiate his terms and he can get a bigger percentage of his masters or whatever. But nobody knows what Von's split is. Von can have an 80-20 split off the music. Just because he don't own his masters, that don't mean the actual music that's coming out. So we don't know his split. He can have a 50-50 split. He can have a 60-40, an 80-20, 70-30. Just because he only owned 3% of his masters, we still got to find out what his actual split is as far as with his music. And I feel like he just got off tour with Polo G, was on tour with Sexy Red. I know Von at least getting 20-25,000 a show. So I think, Von, he in a good position. Only thing that I would kind of tell him, man, is, just for future references, man, try to hurry up and put that music out and get back to the table, man, so you can renegotiate your contract, so you can get a bigger percentage, but for future artists out there, stop worrying about the check that you're going to get up front. Because if you pay close attention or you be so worried about how much money they're going to put on the table, you're going to get screwed in the long run. You know what I'm saying? It's better to take less and get more in the long run. Now, we all know 3% of your masters ain't a good split because it's set 97% of the masters they own. But let me ask you something this. If somebody came to you right now and said, all right, they want to sign you, and you say, all right, I want to own my masters. What masters? You ain't got nothing. It's worthless. So we could say he crazy for selling only owning 3% of his masters, but what is his masters worth when he signed with Sony? They wasn't worth nothing. And that's just my personal opinion, So I don't think Von got a bad deal. I actually think he got a okay deal. I just tell him, man, he better get in that studio, man, and release some music, man, so he can renegotiate. But to me, man, I'd rather take less money than owe somebody $8 to $10 million and be in the hole your whole career, and then you want to retire from rapping, and you want to expose the record label and all of that. Von ain't got to go through that. Every album, all he got to do is recuperate 7,200, and that ain't nothing. He could recoup that off of streaming and two, three songs. Like, that ain't nothing to recuperate versus to having to recuperate millions every album, So it's your boy D's Media signing out. Peace, positivity, network growth. Let's save these kids, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all so much for tapping in with your boy.
The D, man.
Yeah, shout out my nigga from D's Media, you feel me?